Once upon a time, there lived a crow. The crow had shiny black feathers, sharp eyes, and a curious mind. He loved flying high in the sky, playing with the wind, and watching the world from above. But even with all this beauty around, the crow was not happy. Every morning, he watched a bright yellow canary sing the sweetest songs. All the animals gathered around the canary, smiling and clapping their paws or wings. They all love her, the crow thought. No one claps for me. My voice is so rough and harsh. The next day, he saw a parrot with red, green, and blue feathers talking to a group of monkeys. The parrot could copy what the monkeys said, and everyone laughed and cheered. "I can't talk like that," the crow whispered. "Why would anyone like me when I sound like this?" The crow started spending his days watching other birds. He saw the peacock dancing with its colorful tail, the eagle flying higher than any bird, and the hummingbird buzzing from flower to flower like a flash of light. "I'm not as bright as the peacock, not as strong as the eagle, not as quick as the hummingbird," the crow said sadly. "Maybe I'm just nothing." The crow began to change. He stopped flying for fun. He didn't laugh with the wind anymore. He just sat on a branch, quiet, watching others. His feathers looked less shiny, and his eyes looked tired. One morning, the crow saw a group of swans swimming on a peaceful lake. Their white feathers sparkled in the sun. The crow sighed. "I wish I was like them. Clean, graceful, beautiful." Suddenly, the crow had an idea. "Maybe I can become like the swan." He flew to a puddle and rolled in the dust to make his black feathers look lighter. He found white flower petals and stuck them on his wings. He walked proudly to the lake, hoping someone would notice. But when he reached the edge of the water, he looked at his reflection. The petals were falling off. His dusty feathers looked messy. The swans swam past him, not even noticing. The crow was sad. "Even when I try to be like them, I still don't belong." Feeling ashamed, he flew to a far corner of the forest and sat on a quiet tree. He didn't want anyone to see him. He didn't want to be a crow anymore. Just then, he heard a sound. "Caw, caw!" He looked around and saw another crow flying nearby. That crow landed beside him and smiled. "Hey, I saw you flying earlier. You were amazing. You turned and glided like a leaf in the wind. Where did you learn that?" The first crow blinked. "Really? You think so?" "Of course. I've been trying to fly like that for weeks," the other crow said. I used to love flying." "Then why did you stop?" the new crow asked. The first crow looked away. "Because I'm not like the others. I don't sing like the canary, I don't shine like the peacock, and I'm not strong like the eagle." The new crow laughed gently. "You're not supposed to be like them. You're a crow, and that's not a bad thing. Crows are smart, strong, and great problem solvers. We have our own kind of beauty." The first crow blinked. "But no one claps for us. No one gathers around to watch us sing or dance." The other crow shook his head. "Maybe they don't clap, but have you ever watched what we do? We can make tools, we solve puzzles, we can live in almost any place. We help each other. We are survivors. That's something to be proud of." The first crow thought about it. He remembered how he once helped another bird untangle a string from its foot, how he found a clever way to drink water from a pot by dropping some pebbles. He had done so many smart things, but he never saw them as special. "You know," said the other crow, "when you're too busy looking at others, you forget how high you can fly." The crow looked down at his own black feathers. They weren't bright like a peacock's, but they were strong and smooth. He remembered the joy of flying, the feeling of the wind rushing past. For the first time in a long while, he didn't feel like pretending to be someone else. The crow spread his wings and took off. He flew over trees, past rivers, and through clouds. He wasn't trying to fly higher than the eagle or faster than the hummingbird. He was just being himself, and it felt amazing. From that day on, the crow stopped comparing. He still admired the canaries' singing, the peacock's colors, and the eagle's strength, but he no longer wished to be them. He had his own place in the world, and that was more than enough. Everyone has something special. So, the next time you feel like you're not good enough, watch this story again, and remember the crow. Don't compare. Just grow. And one day, the world will see your true and beautiful colors, not because you copied someone else, but because you became who you were meant to be.